assistant appreciation, musical misses, and comic congregations. All this and more as the Stafford Weekly News starts now. Welcome to the Friday, April 7th edition of the Stafford Weekly News. I'm Randall Williams. Education professionals don't get enough love for the amount of work they do, especially the support staff. This week, SMSD showed some appreciation for one of their own.
This week is National Assistant Principal Appreciation Week, and here at Stafford Early Childhood Center, we opted to recognize Ms. C.G. Lang, our instructional lead coordinator. And we decided to do that because she really does function almost in the role of assistant principal. She assists me as the principal of the campus overseeing different programs, committees. She is the attendance coordinator. She works with LPAC. She helps with behavior and discipline. She oversees the teacher instruction. And so with our campus being the size that it is, last year the district opted for us not to have an AP. And so, it's kind of difficult being able to function and operate like that. So Ms. Lang takes on those roles without hesitation and pretty much is my right hand. And so without her, I really don't know what I would do. It's no way I could be everywhere. And so having that person right there to convey the same message that I would convey is imperative to the success of a campus. One person cannot do it alone. It definitely takes a team.
My job entails supporting the campus in any way needed. And that means any person that enters the door of the campus. That can be a parent, of course our students, of course it's our teachers, of course it's our para-educators, our building principal. It could be a district person that enters the building. Whoever enters this building, my job is to support them with whatever need that they have, make sure that they're taken care of, make sure that they're welcomed, and also to do everything possible to lead our teachers, students, and families to their highest potential and success. I am very proud of my journey. I overcame many roadblocks along the way to lead me to where I am today. And so for me, on a personal level, if I can give back the level of care, consideration, support, help that I received along the way, then I am fulfilled inside. Because I wouldn't be where I am if someone didn't do the same for me. So it's a joy for me every day to be able to do the same thing for others.
Having that extra support there, those areas are able to be covered, and then I know that they're covered effectively and efficiently in my absence, with me not having to be there to have my hands on everything. But I'm still confident, as it says today, that it'll be taken care of.
I do this because it's my heart. It's what's in my heart. I do it because it's my passion. It is my true life's passion to sit in the seat that I am, to be able to support others in the way that I do. I don't do it for acknowledgement at all. If I go home every day and I know that my campus principal received the support that she needed to succeed, our teachers receive the support that they need to succeed, our students are excelling, our families feel empowered, then I'm happy. I'm joyous, I'm content, and at peace.
What appreciation means to me is just having the opportunity to show someone or a group of people that they are valued. It's just about letting them know that the things that they do, even the little things, do not go unnoticed.
If the child has grown and improved, and I'm helping to ensure that our structures will lead to that, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I see kids that, may not have been able to walk to class because of the separation anxiety from their parents. And some kids take a little longer to adjust, to being in school. But the day that they can walk to class by themselves, that's growth, And I'm a part of that, and that's special to me. Truly special. Being appreciated, though it's not my goal every day is to, let me do what would make someone appreciate me. I do what's in my heart. But to see the level of appreciation that everyone has for me it's without, I don't even have the words to express how much it means.
In Houston, livestock show and rodeo seems to mean country western concerts. But the livestock show part means a lot of hard work, as the Stafford FFA can attest. John King met with one of the stars for this story.
So this heifer right here, which is a female, she's about 2 years old. She participated in the breeding heifer show at Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. And she was shown by one of our juniors. His name is Joseph Marcha. And she was in a class of about 30 calves. And so we did about how we expected to do, but she'll get to show again at the county fair coming up at the end of September, and she will be showing in the commercial heifer show, where if she places there, she'll have a chance to be sold, and the student will be able to make some money off of her. It helps the kids learn, gives them a broader range of things of what they can learn, teaches them about responsibility and taking care of another animal. And this is more than just a pet where you can just drop feed in it and make sure it has water. This animal has to be cared for on a daily basis, walked, put a halter on so they can walk them around at show. She has to get baths. As you can see, when the more time you spend with the animal, the more calm and gentle they get, and they'll like to be rubbed on you like that. But it also teaches these kids about leadership, growth, and things like that. Oh, we are very excited about that. Last year was our first year having the new barn, and during that time when the barn was built, we weren't able to have animals, so we're starting to have to try and rebuild our program and get more kids involved because it kind of fell off there for a few years. Last year, we didn't have the success we wanted to, but we did have participation. We had 5 pigs and 2 goats last year, and as of right now, we still have her. We'll have 3 more heifers that we're going to be getting. We got 1 in the barn already, and we'll have more pigs and goats as well. And we might have a few smaller animals this year, like rabbits and stuff, that'll be going to county fair. Depending on whether it's a market show or a breeding show. Breeding show, they check to make sure they're going to be good mamas, that they're going to have the qualities and that we would like to pass on to future cattle or animals like that, and with pigs. And with the market show, they're mostly judged on their meat. So the better they are with meat and fat and size, the more money you can make off of the animal. That's what determines in the meat market show. So when we go back with the pigs and goats, they will be judged on their meat quality. And these are judged on just their overall general characteristics of what we're looking for to see if she could make a good steer, a male cow that'll be shown for market. A lot of people get into this thinking it is just like having a dog at your house to where you can just feed it and water it and it's good. We have made a lot of progress, and a lot of people are understanding how much work goes into this. Back when I was showing goats in high school, I would spend probably 2 to 3 hours a day with my animal getting him ready for the show, and now these families are starting to understand what actually it goes into making an animal good and profitable, because that's what the game is, to teach responsibility and trying to be profitable. The main goal is to continue to grow our program, to continue to get more and more kids to where our barn will be full and people around the state would know about Stafford FFA. So that's the main goal, and the main goal is also to teach these kids what responsibility actually is. Instead of just saying, oh, they did this and this, they actually have proof that they did something that was responsible and took care of another animal.
Ancient Chinese secret. Next.
In Stafford, diversity is not just a number, it's who we are.
When you are here, you become part of the story.
You can sleep well knowing we're always on the job and looking out for you.
It's a great place for growth and opportunity.
Tradition starts here.
We teach your children and we stick around for your grandchildren.
We are one. We are Stafford.
This is the city of Stafford, and we are one.
Women's History Month has passed, but HCC managed to get one more event in before that. A musical recital honoring American women composers.
Well,
tonight we had a recital of music by all American women composers. And the performers were myself and my colleague Frances Fenton and our good friend Adam Vincent Clay on the piano. And we had a wide variety of musical styles. We had a lot of classical music, because that's just kind of our thing, I guess. And we really enjoy exploring new, very complex classical pieces, but we also had some lovely arrangements of African American spirituals, and we had some songs from American musical theater as well. Well, it was a long process. When we started going back to in-person teaching in the fall of 2022, Professor Fenton and I began discussing doing a recital once our performance spaces opened up to live performances again. And we talked about all American music, and we're kind of throwing back and forth some ideas about what are our favorite American composers. And then in the summer of 2022, we were really, just tuned in, as everyone is, to national politics and what's going on in society. And we thought this is a good time to really celebrate women composers right now. And so we shifted our focus to that. The program changed many, many times because, of course, we started with way too many pieces. We couldn't possibly put them all on one program. And eventually, we narrowed it down to these. We knew that we had some faculty members, some music department faculty members, who had arranged some pieces, and so we wanted to include them and really show people that, like, living people who you're in the room with are creating new art right now as we speak. Art is, art and music, it's not all old stuff, it's very current. And the most current thing on our program was a world premiere we did tonight. And it was a set of 3 songs called The Heart of a Woman. And these were written by my friend Kira Rugen. And we made a lot of music together when I lived in Phoenix, and she's a wonderful composer and singer and conductor. And I asked her if she would be willing to write some songs for this event. She wrote these 3 songs, and it's just very exciting to be the first person ever to perform these songs.
Fort Bend Public Libraries regularly host events spotlighting the cultural diversity of this area. Recently, folks gathered for a performance of the North American Youth Chinese Orchestra.
I founded NACO in 2012 as a nonprofit and to help American-born kids to learn about the Chinese culture. So I use them talent and passion to present Chinese music to help others. First time I have my music school. I'm a music teacher. All those members are my students. So later on, we just make them play together as ensemble like this. I choose from Chinese folk song and classical music, and but I'm arrange by myself and let the members play for our own orchestra, to play. because I'm also their private music teacher, I know them, how good, which part is good at them, how can they play beautiful. So I choose the song, they like, audience like, yeah. Actually, we play a lot of different style because half of our members can play Western music instruments. So sometimes I mix Western instrument and Eastern instrument together to play some songs.
When I really was interested in guzheng when I was in 6th grade because I wanted to learn an instrument and I also wanted to be in touch with my Chinese culture. And so we were researching all of the guzheng teachers in the area. I first tried one guzheng teacher, it didn't really fit. And so we found Miss Wu because she is the largest guzheng teacher in the Houston area and she has a huge community of students. So I was really lucky to be able to find her and she luckily had a spot for me. So I went there and I first was really happy with just playing solo, I guess, by myself and just going to the private lessons. But then I wanted to improve and I wanted to find a community. And I saw that Miss Wu had an orchestra. And I saw the videos and I saw the performances and I saw the rehearsals online on social media and I was so jealous. I wanted to be part of it. I wanted to be part of it so bad because it looked like so much fun. They used to perform, and we still perform in many different libraries and schools and festivals, and we also have our own concerts. And I wanted to be part of it, but I knew it was really selective, so I started practicing a lot. I started practicing 2 to 3 hours at home so that I could impress my teacher. And finally, after months and months of working, she was like, okay, Eileen, do you want to join the orchestra? And I said, yes, I want to join the orchestra. And I've been part of the orchestra for 7 years now, and it's probably one of the best decisions I made.
Next.
You can try, but you won't find another city like Stafford, Texas.
Serving our community just like you like it.
Taking care of you and your home since 1945.
We believe in STEM to learn and STEM to earn.
We're heading into college certified and career ready.
As a former student of Stafford, I take pride in keeping our classrooms safe.
We are Stafford, we are one.
Every year you hear about big convention events like Comic Palooza in Houston, and just getting there is an event in itself. But one company is trying to bring a similar event to Stafford, and Fernando Ramirez was there.
Well, we had our very first event called Pop Culture Power Show. It is an annual event. Of course, this was our first one. It's a show that has predominantly a lot of comic book guests, cosplayers, cosplay contests, lots of exhibitors, comic book exhibitors, toy exhibitors, Funko Pop exhibitors, t-shirts, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, anime, just almost anything that you could think of. We had at the Stafford Center. It came from just an idea from a friend who was going to do it himself, but he just didn't have the manpower, time, and resources to do it. So I took it upon myself to do it because I knew that this was something that I can do because I'm very familiar with the pop culture world, especially comics. But I actually enjoy seeing people having fun. And so I know that I could provide that type of service to people. So I went and just had this idea and got a lineup of comic creators and actors to bring the show together, something I thought was kind of lacking in Houston and Stafford, so that was kind of the motivation to do it. It's very satisfying to see kind of the fruit of your labor. What's being done in Houston, other cities can be done in Stafford, and that's kind of a goal of mine. I would like to have the entire Stafford Center, because this year we only had half of it. So in the future, we would like to have the whole Stafford Center and do this at least once a year. If things go well enough, we may be able to do it twice a year. It's very challenging. It's really extended my capacity and everybody else's. There's a huge learning curve. But friends, family, volunteers, everybody kind of really came together to make this happen. I tell everybody this all the time. I can't do it without them, and that's very true. So I really owe everything to them because, you know, I have an idea, I have the vision, the dream, but everybody else kind of makes it a reality. For some people, it's the guests that are brought here. For other people, it's just the overall experience. And the last one I would probably have to say is just seeing a large body of exhibitors and vendors there at one time with things that you might not never see in other places, because we actually have several exhibitors that came from Dallas, San Antonio, Austin, just to come to the Stafford Center and do this. So they brought like some unique things that I don't think other people have seen in Stafford or Houston area. Check us out at PWR Shows with an S, pwrshows.com. All of our social media links are at PWR Shows. We're actually trying to inform people even now for next year, but I think there's a lot to offer. Like it's just a really good experience, a really good time. Things that you meet people and you have an experience that you wouldn't have anywhere else. First, I want to thank God, because if it wasn't for Him, I wouldn't be able to do this. I want to thank my wife, my staff, all the volunteers, the city of Stafford, just everybody that helped us out, all the fans, of course, for being there, for believing in it, buying into it, and, you know, coming to enjoy the overall experience.
We've told you about fundraisers before, golf tournaments, walkathons. The Fort Bend Children's Discovery Center found a uniquely Texas twist on that. Let's shoot stuff.
Today is our 4th annual Sporting Clays Tournament. All of the proceeds raised today will benefit the Fort Bend Children's Discovery Center. The Fort Bend Children's Discovery Center opened in May of 2016, and we are a nonprofit organization, so we are always looking for events to help us fundraise to support the museum and our educational outreach programs. And some of our supporters came to us and wanted to put together a Sporting Clays tournament. It's a little bit different than a golf or a gala, and it's been very successful for us. It's a little similar to golf, where we have teams of 4, shooting teams of 4 shooters, and they go out on the course, and there's 13 different stations. So each shooter on a team will take turns shooting the clay targets. And then at the end of the tournament, the scores are tabulated, and there'll be a first and a second team winner.
As a former teacher and educator, the value of this is unbelievable. Every day we are seeing data and information out there about test scores, children needing to have more access to resources, and the Discovery Center does just that. The commitment of our volunteers and the commitment of our sponsors here today allows us to continue to do the good work in the community and make sure that there's equity and access to museum resources for all families.
We're extremely grateful for everything, for all of our donors and everyone participating. None of this could happen without them, and it benefits the Children's Discovery Center directly. Everything goes towards them, to the facility. Everyone that is participating works out here, works within the county, and they want to make a difference and help with the youth within the county. So I just think it's a great cause. So my children love it. They love to go there, and they learn a ton every time they go. And it's hard to actually even drag them away, but it's just, I feel like it provides such a beneficial place for all the youth in the county that they have somewhere to go where they can learn and explore and discover new things.
I'm thankful that we turned out to have beautiful weather today, and really grateful for the people that have supported this event and that are here today, and hope that they feel good about the support that they're giving us for our good work.
Shout out to the rest of the chairs that have helped put this together, as well as Dora and Tracy. Great event in the past. We feel like it's going to be another great one today. We got some good weather. The rain stayed away, so we're excited, and looking forward to it.
That the Fort Bend Discovery Center is really a place where families can become and continue to be their child's first teacher. So what I would say is I would encourage you, if you have not visited before, come visit, come see, come explore, and let your children lead you through the journey of our museum.
That's a wrap on our news for this week. Thank you for joining us. For everyone here at Stafford Weekly News, I'm Randall Williams. May all your news be good news. This program was produced on the Stafford campus of Houston Community College.